we have a new accessory. Not one that we ever planned on, but I think, Peppers, I think you pull it off pretty well. I wouldn't be a good mom unless I had taken an adorable before photo before we had this procedure done. Bobby, you're always looking cute. We've had a pretty wild last 72 hours that I will update you guys on. So I do want to start off by saying that when it comes to Poppy and her care, our family has two main priorities. And the first one is just love. And the second one is her comfort. Love part is easy, huh? Loving you is so easy. But the comfort part, we need help from medical professionals. Poppy's been a bit uncomfortable lately. Ever since she had her G-tube surgery, so her tummy tube surgery about a month ago, every week we've been hoping, oh, it'll get better this next week. Oh, it'll get better this next week. But unfortunately, it just hasn't gotten better. So, I don't even know how to explain this. Blah. Feeding tube into her tummy is working in the sense that, like, it's pumping food into her tummy, but the food is not emptying from her stomach into the intestines. It's just staying in her stomach, backing up into her esophagus, making her uncomfortable, or just making her super bloated and uncomfortable. So we met with her GI doctor this week, the tummy doctor, to come up with a game plan. And she had lost weight since her surgery. So the game plan became a pretty immediate thing that needed to be done. The long-term plan is that her feeding tube in her tummy, we have so many tubes, her tummy feeding tube will eventually go straight into the intestines. But she just had surgery. She's not healed enough. We cannot have that surgery yet. As a temporary solution, we are taking a feeding tube through her nose into her intestines. There's a last minute appointment on Friday that we rushed in to get the feeding tube in her intestines before the weekend so that we could start getting her proper amounts of nutrients. That was a horribly stressful appointment. We came home, we were resting from that. Yesterday morning, we look at her tummy feeding tube port. It didn't look right. So we rushed back to the children's hospital. They took a look. Turns out not an emergency. It's totally fine. Just some weird stuff going on. So they gave us some medicated ointment. They got her all situated, got her all comfortable, and then we came home. Although that wasn't an emergency and as big of a deal, the stress of that was still, ooh, did I bonk you? The stress of that was still very real. So we are exhausted. I am learning so much about compassion towards families that have high medical need babies. It's a lot. It's a lot. As we're going into this next week, our goal is that our biggest issue will be just accessorizing this new tube to her outfits and headbands. That's what I want our biggest problems to be. Let's have our biggest problems be small problems. Wouldn't that be nice?